Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Salatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajmain. Hi, my name is Fadat Azarif from XRPS, and today I want to give you a tutorial about IT. In today, I will be explaining about my portfolio in the about section. So, first of all, what is portfolio? So, portfolio is it's like it's like how you introduce yourself just in web, like say, look, it's me, Fanta Tazarif, full stack developer. You can add your what do you want to say here. For example, I was born in this place, and you can call me by this and this and this. And here is my social media button. You can customize and design. And about me, you can learn more, like uh, where I study, my experiences in studying IT and stuff more. Here, click here. And services, maybe like what I do. So right now I'm a web developer, and then I can do design graphics. And next year I will be studying Android development in class 11. These are just an example of my latest project, but these are not real. These are from the internet. You can search, and these are just examples. And you can contact, you can write down stuff like that. Here you can see the copyright, and if you click this, you send back up to the top. Now, as I said before, I will be explaining about the about me section. So the about me section is this one, and this is the HTML. The HTML, it means hypertext markup language, and it it basically, you know this website doesn't cannot exist without HTML, and it's like the base of a website. And this is like how can I like add pictures or add colors to the text. I use CSS. CSS is like the design for the HTML. So HTML is like the base, and then CSS is the design. So example, like a tree or a person. HTML is like the person, and the CSS is the clothes. Then there's JavaScript, but JavaScript is too complicated to be explained. So about section. The about section is this one. So we first put section class about and the ID about. So what is the class for? So the class for is for the CSS here. So we can design and make colorful stuff about in the website. So it display flex. Okay, I can do some changes. So there are a lot of uh, here. So there's block, contents, flex box. There's a lot, and I can change to maybe block. Let's do block. So if I do block, it'll go here. It'll go below the picture, and then if you do, let's say flex will go to the side, and if you do say inline flex, there will be this will go down, and it won't be the this part won't be full. So we use flex so that the about section is full and not cut off by the home or the services, and the about me is beside the picture, not in the picture, or maybe below or here or here. So Yeah, and then justify content center. So this is the justify content center is you the content of the things in the about is in the center. So let's say sorry, let's say I change from center to what? Let's say to the left. So the contents will be in the left side, not in the center. As you can see, let's hold on, changed. See, it went to the left. It went to the left side and not in the center. So maybe change to baseline. Let's say baseline. Baseline would just it will go on its own. Not it will not be centered, but it's centered, but it will be in the top, not in the center center of the section about from here to here. From here to here. Let's change it back to center. Then there's text align. Text align is wait some yeah, not text but align items. So align items is so that maybe let's change to okay let's change to uh, let's change to normal for example. Yeah, it would not be center again, and but it would be uh, centerized, but just not in the center like I said in here. Just back to center. In the background, there's var second background color. So what is var? So var is here in the top. No, root. We use colon root. Colon root so that we don't have to do like for example we use color and then we have to copy from this color to this color. So for example, let's say the color was this. Okay, for 468 800, and then I background colon hashtag 468 800, and I have to copy that all in and for the all CSS. So I just use background color or var. So this var really helps so that you don't. It's easier for you to insert color in the section. So in my about section, I use background second, background var second background color, and in the root it says second background color is about it's like a white, it's like a white cream, so it looks like this, and it separates from the service section and the home section because it uses section class about, and uh, we only edit the about section and not the home or the social media, the home content or the services, stuff like that. Next is the about image. So about image is this one. This is me wearing using stand RPL from yesterday's event, and the about image is 40 VW. VW is like a unit, so you can use RAM. If you use for the RAM, it's small. You can use PX, it's pixels, it's smaller. You can use TV, it's a bit large, and maybe it's like a lot more. Look, 40% for the cap, CHCM, and I don't know a lot of most of them, but I only use VW, VH, percent. Here's percent. Percent is like this, small. So TV is like a larger version. The border radius. So border radius, there's no changes to it because there's no background. It's just this. So the border radius is like this. It it's like a circle. Let's say I changed from the this is the home section. Let's change the home section. Where is it? Home image here. Border radius. So border radius is so let's say I change it to 30 px and it curves more than 10 px. So 10 px is small. So if I change it to like 1000 px, it goes circle. Change it to 5000 px, goes circle. I think the maximum is only 1000 or something. Yeah. So that's the function of the border radius. Next is the heading. So what is heading? In the HTML, the heading is H2 class heading. Oh wait, but content. Oh no, that's and the heading is H2. What's H2? H2 is used for the text. So let's say if I change it to H5, the smaller the number, uh, uh, H5. Okay, sorry. H5. There. See, it's small. So the bigger the number, the smaller the text. H2 again back centers because in the heading it's text align center. Text align center is so it's all in the center of the here. H3 again. The bigger the number, the bigger the number, the smaller the text. P is paragraph. You can space the paragraph here. See, there's a space. And P is it's like a small text, like around H4 or H3. Oh no, it's H4. And div class about content. So this bracket from this to this, from this div to this div, it only changes this, like this section to this section. See, if I hover, there's like a blue, and not interact with this one or this one or this one. So it only changes this section, the about section, and a href and class button. So this function is for this one. So it's for like you make a button here. Wait, class button. Here is button. There button. This so much code, but you don't need to worry about it. Once you understand CSS, it all makes sense. So the inline block, if I change it to flex, doesn't change really. So, maybe I change uh, to red. There, doesn't change because it what's the previous code? Doesn't change much if you the change the display code. But I recommend using the inline block. Padding is the space between uh, left up right down. Left up right down. So this padding is left. Think if I'm not wrong. Uh, Here, if bottom is emitted, it's the same as the top. If right is emitted, it's the same as the top. And then background far, again, I already explained background far, border radius, forearm, box shadow. Box shadow is shadows, like it's like a small shadow in when I hover over the button, and when I don't hover, there's no shadow, like this, shadow, 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 shadow here, shadow there, shadow, a small shadow. The font size is how much the font is weight. Like say if I change it to 10 rem, boom, it's big. It's so big. It so big. So 1.6 rem. It's small. Again, like the same as the font weight, it's like how bold your font is. For the color, of course, for letter spacing is from letter to letter, how much space is used, and the transition is when you hover. Say button hover, box shadow 0001 rem for main color, and next is these are bulk content, the P, H3, and the H2. So in the about content, there are H2, H3, P, and span. So span is in where's span? Span. So span is like when you differentiate the text. So from about, and then you use span, then you use me. So in the about, it's black, and the me is white because there's span in between. Because it's in between span. Then there's oh yeah, the H2. The H2 text align left, it's on the left side. And then the line height, let's say I change it to 10. See? Space between from this. Then there's more content H3 again from this to this. And then the P is the font size 1.5 RAM, margin 2 RAM, color via text color. Yeah. Uh, you can use any picture. You don't have to remove the background. I remove background because it's clearer, and so the color from the section is you can see the section color. Yeah, I think that's about it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry there are mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.